Our fan base is an absolute mess, and I'm not scared to say it. Let's get into the video. So guys, to kickstart this video, I am going to talk about Twitter and some of the stuff I've received on my Twitter account. And that'll be the first bit of this video. So let's get started. So obviously, I was tweeting out on Sunday, and I suppose that's when I've started receiving a lot of the comments, the majority of comments I've been getting. And it's led until today, because I've been tweeting about the Sarri in, Sarri out issue since Sunday. I've mentioned it in the past before, but specifically this weekend, like a lot of people have been talking about. So it all started Sunday, and I'm one of these people that if I have an opinion, I will say it, and I won't be intimidated by what other people think. Obviously in reason, and if it's a controversial opinion about football and I believe it, I'll stand up for what I believe in. And just because someone else or a certain amount of people have a different opinion, that's fine, but I'm not going to stop saying what I'm saying just to please everybody. And that's why I'm on here making this video, because I just want to discuss with you guys some of the things I've been getting back. So I tweeted out a comment on Sunday saying, imagine blaming Sarri. Explanation behind that tweet. I felt on Sunday that there was 11 players out on that pitch, and everyone was just blaming Sarri on my social media, which I didn't think was fair. Yeah, Sarri maybe made some wrong decisions on Sunday, but at the end of the day, there's still 11 players out on the pitch, so there's a lot of things going wrong at the root of the club, signings, etc. You can't just blame it all on Sarri. So that's the tweet I put out, and I meant it. And I got a backlash of that. Now, that's fine. Like, again, everyone's entitled to their opinion, and I'm really interested to always hear other people's opinions, you know? If you've got a different opinion, great, express that. So someone said, you joking? Someone else said, you all right in the head. Now, this is the point I'm getting to now, because some people might be thinking, Emma, you're clearly not okay with people giving opinions, because why are you complaining? I'm not complaining about people giving different opinions to who I am. Again, I'm open to that. It's great to have football debates, and football is controversial. Everyone has different opinions, and that's what it's there for. You're there to discuss it, and that's great. That's what football is. And sometimes it's actually interesting when you have a different opinion to someone else, because it makes a conversation interesting. But when someone says, are you all right in the head, that's not okay. And that's where, when I say in this title of this video, our fan base is a mess, is due to the attitude and audacity some of our fans have. And it's a massive issue. There's so many Chelsea fans out there that are so rude and arrogant. It's just as simple as that, really. And you just see it time and time again. I've had so much hate and stuff off fans in the past, that people I actually know on my YouTube channel, and I'm not scared to talk about that. Some people are so rude and arrogant, part of this fan base, and it's horrible to see. Like, just because you'd think if everyone supported the same team, it'd be like, oh good, everyone's like in it together. It's really not like that at Chelsea. Some of the attitudes of the fans are appalling, and there's so many fans well, how do I word this? There's so many fans I don't associate myself with due to their attitudes, and just things like that. You all right in the head? Like, obviously I am. Just because I have a different opinion to you doesn't mean that I'm not all right in the head. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous and sickening to read a comment like that on my Twitter. And it doesn't necessarily get to me, but I just want to talk out about it and say how it's not okay and why our fan base is a mess. So I actually... And a lot of people that know me will know this about me. I generally don't care what people say about me on social media and hate I get, but I'm not scared to talk about it and how it's not acceptable. People deal with it in different ways. Personally, I never take it to heart, and I don't care. Because if I did take it to heart, I wouldn't be doing a YouTube channel and be on a football journalism degree. I don't care what other people say. They want to throw controversy at me, do it. But I just don't feel it's acceptable when people throw abuse, and I am gonna say that. And this is probably gonna turn into a bit of a rant, but I'll sit down and discuss it because I'm not scared to. I just don't think it's acceptable, and yeah, sit there and discuss it, because yeah, someone can receive hate and it might not bother them, but you can still talk about why it's not okay. So yeah, apparently I'm not right in the head because I have a different opinion to other individuals. Bloody hell, Emma, can you be so naive? I'm not being naive, I'm sharing my opinion. If you want to call me naive, your choice, you know? I'm not being naive, I know what I'm talking about. I'm not saying that you don't know what you're talking about, but I know what I'm talking about and I have an opinion for a reason. And I think I've actually backed up my points very well. Everything I say has a point, and everything I put out there, I'll be able to back up, and I'm not naive. Simply can't be serious. Yeah, I am serious, so I won't be tweeting it out. You're joking yet? No, I'm really not joking. Wow, who are you blaming? I'm blaming the Chelsea board, I'm blaming the players, I'm blaming Chelsea. I'm not just blaming Sarri. Who else would you blame? Players, as if they care. Even after this dreadful shambolic performance, they are going to get fat paycheck. Okay, so then, after that comment, I said, when will some people actually realise that you can't always blame the manager? These 11 players, there's 11 players on that pitch, enough said, don't at me. Because when people were atting me, they were just saying stuff like, you all right in the head, I don't want to hear that. I've been having gifts sent at me. I've been, oh yeah, this was an interesting one. Very interesting comment, actually. Stop being naive. Sarri chooses his starting 11. Very interesting, actually. Yeah, I'm not naive. I have an opinion. If you want to call me naive, again, that's okay. That's your choice. Sarri chooses his starting 11. I know Sarri chooses his starting 11. If we had other players out on the pitch on Sunday, would that have made a difference? Where's your backup options? Yeah? See what I mean? For someone to actually physically say Sarri chooses his starting 11, who would have made a difference on Sunday? Who? We haven't got the signings. We haven't got them transfers, them good backup options. Some of the comments are actually ridiculous. Oh yeah, this one was probably the best one out of all of them. Football's not for you. Football's not for me. Oh, well, that's the first I've heard of that. And then I tweeted out, well, actually, I had a very nice comment, and thank you to this person for saying this, because I felt very strongly about this. I retweeted this. So thank you to the person that did that. I'm not naming names on this video, but thank you so much for sending it in, and I did retweet it. I did appreciate it. As soon as a female voices her opinion on football matters, which most people don't agree with, then she is automatically clueless. This kind of thinking is wrong and needs to stop. Yeah. So again, is it down to me maybe being a female and people think I'm clueless? I don't know. But yeah, I actually did lose 100 followers at the weekend, just because I had an opinion. So that was very interesting as well. So yeah. So, as I said, the attitude of some of our fans is unbelievable. And as I said earlier, like, yeah, great, have an opinion, like, that's great. That's what football's there for. And I always am up for debate, and it's great to listen to other people's opinions. It's just not okay when people start having an attitude with you and it starts getting abusive. That's not okay. So yeah, that's one thing I wanted to talk about, attitude. Our fan base is a mess because of the attitude of a huge amount of fans. As I said, all the people that tweeted me and atted me, I'm not saying that you have attitudes, don't get me wrong, because that is not what I'm saying here, because a lot of people that tweeted me just generally put their opinion out, and that's great, that's fine. But it's the people that start giving you abuse and things like you're wrong in the head, you're naive, no, yeah, no, yeah, okay. So guys, just to quickly clear something up before I move on to the next segment. I just want to say that there is so many lovely fans at Chelsea. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to make it sound like I'm slagging off fans, because I'm really not. I'm just saying a small minority of fans have an attitude, and it does show through on social media. Not just from the comments I receive, just generally on a whole, and the way people argue between themselves, kind of comments other people get that I see. So I'm just wanting to put that out there. I'm not saying that all Chelsea fans have attitudes, because that's not what I'm saying at all, and that's not the case, because loads of them don't, because there's so many lovely people at football, you know, so many beautiful souls, so many beautiful people, truly lovely people. But it's just a shame that there is so many people at the club that support Chelsea that are just so rude and arrogant. Unfortunately, that's the way it is, and that's the way it is in life. It is in life. But yeah, I just wanted to clear that up, because I didn't want anyone to think that I'm saying, all Chelsea fans are arrogant, because they're not. There's some lovely people, and I certainly know loads of lovely people at football. It's just, unfortunately, there is a minority that aren't very nice, and I did actually tweet out about it earlier today, saying that I lost 100 followers, and everyone's saying, no, we're still here, Emma, and I appreciate everyone that is there, you know, because there's so many lovely people, Chelsea fans out there, but it's just a shame that there's some very horrible ones as well. Second thing I want to bring up is loyalty and chasing success. Now, some fans are just so bothered about getting their hands on the silverware all the time, and you can't expect to win silverware all the time. Fans just care about getting their hands on that trophy. They don't care about how we do it. They just want their hands on the silverware, and that's when the loyalty thing comes in. Now, as a person, I'm loyal. Like, I'm just wired and built to be a loyal person. Like, that's just the way I am. That's how I am as a human being. So obviously I'm loyal in football as well, because I'm loyal in real life. Shouldn't be expected all the time, silverware. And you know something? I love when Chelsea win silverware, don't get me wrong, but if we have to sit there and we don't win silverware all the time, that's also okay. You can't expect to win things all the time. It doesn't happen like that. So yeah, loyalty and chasing success are massive issues, again, as to why our fan base is such a mess. Some fans are just so bothered about getting silverware, they just don't care about anything else. Like, you've got to get behind the players. You've got to support the team. And at the end of the day, yeah, the manager might not win silverware all the time, but we've got to have a bit of loyalty there. And I mean, let's talk about Arsenal, for example. Are they sacking their manager? No, like they're not even in the cups and stuff. Like, it's just a joke when you compare us to other sides. Yeah, just because we're not winning silverware, it's not the end of the world, and we aren't out of everything yet. That's what people are forgetting. So I get sick of that. I just hate how loyal the fans are. That is why our fan base is also a mess. So guys, finally, well, I'm actually not going to go into this point in too much depth and detail. All I'm going to say is, when certain people are putting stuff out there, just to get clicks and just to get views, it's just a bit silly. Football's not about that. This all isn't about that. And yeah, everyone's guilty of a little bit of clickbait here and there if you are part of YouTube or whatever. Not everyone, but sometimes people are. But all I'm going to say is I don't think it's appropriate putting stuff out there that's quite quick reaction, because all for them people that are doing that, because at the end of the day, if we suddenly go and beat City in the Cup, or we do really well in the Europa League, etc, etc, the joke's on them. But I'm just very shocked that people are pushing for our manager to get out of our club. He's here, and then people that are saying things like that need to look more in depth at the issue and realise that it's not just Sarri. Because the people that are saying that they're wanting him out, I'd love to see who they're going to replace him with and what difference it's going to make. We'll just be in the same loop once again. We had Jose, he went. We had Conte who went. We're going to have Sarri. If he goes, he goes. It's just ridiculous. There's no loyalties there. And that, again, that's why our fan base is a mess, because we've got people putting stuff out there like that and they're not really looking depth in the situation when you'd think them certain people actually would be. I'm just shocked at some of the things that certain people have been saying. I really, really am, and it changed my perception a lot, you know. So yeah. So guys, this might be a really controversial video. I'm just putting my thoughts and opinions out there. I'm being honest, and I'm not scared to do that, you know. I feel strongly about this, and I just feel that it really is a mess at the moment. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know down below all your thoughts and opinions, what you actually think of the situation at the moment, because it's massive. It's all over Twitter, and you just see loads of fans arguing. It's just so demoralising. I don't even know what's going on, to be honest, but I've addressed my opinions, I've put my views out there, and yeah, fire away back at me, you know, if you want to. But yeah, I think I've said everything I want to, but like, I just feel really passionate about this, and these are all important issues I personally feel. As I said, this isn't me like trying to attention seek or anything like that, especially by reading out the Twitter comments. I just wanted to address them as well, because I just feel like it is an issue. And especially I feel like sometimes people say stuff and give out thoughts and opinions that just aren't okay and they aren't fair. So I thought, you know what, address that. Yeah, it's about Sarri, but sometimes people bring things to personal issues when they don't need to, and that's what's wrong with our fan base. I'm sure it'll go on in other fan bases as well, but it's just one thing I particularly hate about our fan base, and that's one thing in particular of many, you know. But yeah, up the shelves. Thanks.